Greetings, mythics. How are we all? Yes, it is another Wednesday. It's another 6:30 UK time, there or thereabouts, and it's another Ken Boyter, and not another one, the original, and Grocklesnook. Yes, Grocklesnook from Bottled Imp. How are we all? We are going to be playing tonight on Edra Tales Twitch channel. We're going to be live streaming another game book, but this time it is a one-shot wonder, not the actual game book, but just tonight. This is a play test. Hello, Sally. Hello, good to see you. This is my very own game book. It's a game book what I wrote, and it's called To Kill a Thief. Now, I'm going to be writing under the series of Devilish Dilemmas, and I'm going to be writing under the pseudonym of the character, the storytelling character that I've created, Loquacious McCarbre. Hello, Martha. Hello. Thank you for joining us. How is everybody? Sorry I'm a little bit late, but, well, you know me, I like to snooze. And what I find is these little snoozes before the live stream, they're such a deep sleep. I'm in such a deep sleep that it always takes me longer than I think to actually to actually come awake from them. Sorry I'm late, I was sleeping due to the heat. Yes, so was I, Martha. Jinx. Hello, Jam. Onion rings at the ready. Yep, onion rings at the ready. Here we go. Thank you for joining us, everybody. That's so cool. Yeah, as I say, this is my Devilish Dilemma. Now, I did create some free samples. And this is what gave me the idea of actually playtesting it. Cornflakes filled chocolate. What? Hello, Lirin. How are you? Cornflakes filled chocolate clocks from Germany, ready for i.e. fine midnight. So I garbled that. Cornflakes filled chocolate clocks from Germany, ready for a fine midnight. Okay. God, is that my eyesight? What's going on? I think I've only just woken up. Am I drugged? Who knows? Yes, I did create a sample pack, a free sample pack, because I did do a book fair. Because I did, at the weekend, I did launch my very first Edra Tales novel, which is called Of Magic and Monkeys. And I launched it at a book fair at the weekend, and it was very good, it was very successful, there's lots of people there, it was lovely. And it's just nice to be in and around like-minded people, i.e. book lovers. Just nice people. So that was really cool. So on the stall I had the book for sale. I also had the Legends of Grimace Iron Blood for sale. And I also had my 2 Story Spark cards as well. The Mythical Creatures deck and the Magical Objects deck. So that was cool. That was cool. Really enjoyable event. And so I did have, as I say, a few freebies to give away. One of which was my Devilish Dilemmas sample, which is 30 entries, just to give a taste. It's also got the mechanics in there as well. Blocks. Oh, I see. Yeah, chocolate blocks from Germany. Cornflake-filled chocolate box. Okay, from Germany. Wow, that does sound quite amazing. Enjoy, Librin. So, what I thought we'd do tonight then, yeah, is just to play through it, just to see, you know, if you guys enjoy it, if I'm on the right tracks with it. I hope so. Now, I had hoped that Rich was going to illustrate it for me, but he is very, very busy. He's a very busy man. So he's not taking on any commissions at the moment. And I do want to launch this on Kickstarter. Yeah, I want to launch this on Kickstarter in October. And so I would like to get as much of the book finished before the Kickstarter. Because I just prefer it to do it that way. Just because I know that it's all in hand, it's all sort of pretty much done. And then hopefully I can get it out to people in time for Christmas, obviously. There you go, there's my little advert for the Kickstarter. So in order for that to happen, I did ideally want, you know, the illustrations all done as well, hopefully before October. So I have decided to do the illustrations myself. So hopefully I can pull that off. This is the cover that I did. Did it in Photoshop. And I'm pretty pleased with the results, so that's cool. Pretty pleased with the results. So yeah, let's crack on then, shall we? Let's crack on. I have just woken up, so I'm a little bit discombobulated. Cheers. I'm hoping the tea will wake me up. So this is called Devilish Dilemmas. That's going to be the series of the game books. An Edra Tale game book. So that Edra Tales kind of, you know, is my universe, obviously, and that's going to be the branding. So, you know, you've got the Edra Tales novel series, and then you've got the Edra Tales game books. So hopefully that's clear enough branding. There's a spider. Of course there is, Jam. You and your spider. I'll give you a spider. So, let me just read what's on the blurb on the back. Well, well, who's been a naughty boy? Illicit maps, eh? He growls. Confusion clouds your mind, but you've no time to wonder what the goblin could mean as he lunges at you with his sword. Prepare to fight! You are a Braggart, an apprentice thief, trying to earn a dishonest living. Unfortunately, you've fallen for the oldest trick in Edra, a scam and scammed by a fake map seller. Down to your last gold cogglet, you begin to wonder if the treasure marked on the map really does exist, the legendary crown of chaos. You make your way out of the city. Oh, that's a bit of a spoiler though, maybe I won't say that. Devilish Dilemmas to kill a thief. You decide how the story unfolds. Every decision could be your last, so choose wisely as you step into Edra, a world of magic and adventure, friends and enemies, and devilish dilemmas. It's glitchy, or is it just me? Oh, okay, Sally, it is glitchy. It's fine for Jam. Oh, that's a shame. Let me see. I should be on the internet. On the old internet. Yeah, I'm connected. I'm just checking. Yeah, I am connected via my internet. So you might want to log off and log back in again, Sally and Martha. Maybe log off and then log back in again. So what we'll do is we'll set up the character. I don't want to bore you too much with the mechanics. It might be my microwave. Oh, it could be your microwave. It could well be your microwave. Yes. I think that can affect it. Might make you jealous, Ken. I'm having salty caramel. Oh, I love salty caramel fudge. Especially in ice cream form. That does sound lovely. Oh, and it's nice and hot over there as well, or too hot. At least you got some ice cream. Sounds fantastic. So I'll just quickly go through the mechanics. Now, hopefully, this isn't too mechanic based, too rules based. So there are 5 alignments that you can be throughout the game. True, honest, neutral, shady, corrupt. I won't read them all out. I think I did this last time. Then we've got the special abilities. So for the thief, whenever you encounter a shop, market, stall or anywhere that offers objects to buy, you can test your luck with your, is it sleight of hand or pickpocketing? Oh, I've got a mistake there. Sleight of hand attribute by rolling 1d12. 1 to 6 you fail, the object remains out of your possession and you lose 1 sleight of hand point. 7 to 12 is a success. You take the object you're trying to steal and write it in your adventure sheet. Yes, you are shady. That's right, you start off as shady. You can ignore any moral dilemmas that come your way if you choose. Then you've got, so remember that little extra thing. If you come across a market or anywhere that sells things, you can try and steal it. Core attributes. So these are the main attributes. Vigour, that's your strength. Mettle, that's your ability to cope with difficulties, your spirit and your resilience. Fettle, that's your physical health. If that reaches 0, ye dead. Allure, that's your magic, your ability to cast magic. Now I've got the system of incantation scrolls. You find incantation scrolls that you can cast. Fate. Fate is obviously decide your fortune. You can spend a fate to re-roll a die to then, but you have to take the second outcome. Is it possible to be arrested in your book? It is. Yes, it is. Open world like Skyrim, Salamanders perchance. Kind of open world. Kind of. I'm not 100% sure how you do a full open world book, like a game book. So I just wrote it how I knew I could. But I have given you second chances to go back to the same thing, if that is an open world. Then you've got experience points. Throughout your adventure, you'll gain experience points. Normally when you beat an enemy, and then you can, when you get 5 experience points, you convert that into a level up point. And then you can add that to Vigour, Mettle, Fettle and Allure. Okay. You can also spend... you can also spend experience points on the guild progress track to go up, level up throughout the guild, if that makes sense. I've gone through it in a lot more detail. I don't really want to read word for word. So basically, you start as a Braggart, so that means you got +2. You got 2 plus points. Then you've got if you get 6 points on the guild progress track, you can become the filcher. Then if you get +10 or 10 plus, you can become the biblioclept. 14 plus is the freebooter. 18 plus is the arch thief. And every time you go up another level, you get another skill. So there's that. You can loot the body. When instructed, you can roll a d12 to determine how many gold coglets you're going to get. And then you just write it down. Because you're a thief, I just thought, yeah, you always, you should be pretty good at having objects and money on you. I was trying to really make the mechanics fit the character. Now, what else? Yeah, you can have unlimited carrying because you've got a bag of abundance. And you do start with some starting objects. I think I went through this before, didn't I? So you start off with 2 daggers. You start off with no meals. However, when you do eat a meal, you get 4 fettle points back. You start off with a lockpick kit, which adds 3 to your lockpicking attribute. Or slight. Have I still got lockpicking? I can't remember now. But anyway, adds 3 to that, or whatever the equivalent is. Then you do get an incantation scroll. You need to have 3 and above of Allure to cast this one. So that is it adds +1 to your Vigour in combat. But these are one-off scrolls. Once they're done, they're done. You cast it, you use it for what it's meant to do, and then it crumbles. Your magic disappears. As I say, the Bag of Abundance, it means you can carry unlimited objects. If you do lose the Bag of Abundance, you do lose your objects as well. So that's quite hardcore. And for this adventure, you start with 1 gold coglet. What else do you need to know? There is specific thieves' abilities, which are lockpicking, sleight of hand, stealth, dexterity. Dexterity. You can also flee a combat if you like. You can take flight. However, you have to take 1 point of damage, which is your fettle, and lose 1 experience point. If you don't have any experience points, you lose 2 fettle points. Okay. I think that's everything you need to know. So it doesn't feel too rules-based. Does that make sense? It doesn't feel too overwhelming. Editing is hard. I'm trying to make my D&D character's backstory a bit better. Editing can be hard, yeah, absolutely. But it is pretty useful, because the good thing about editing is it means you're free just to do a first draft. You can just write it all out and then not have to worry about it being perfect. So that's why I like, editing, because the second draft, you just go, right, what do I need? This sounds rubbish. This sounds good. Cut that. Add that. Cut that. So yeah, good luck. Good luck with that, Martha. So let's create the character. What we will need to do is we are going to roll for our attributes. Now, it's all based on off of a D12 system. D12 system, or the good thing about D12 system is that's 4 D6s, isn't it? So even if you haven't got a D12, then at least you can roll 4 D6s. And most people that are into games have that. I would imagine most people have a D12 now if you're into game books. So what's this one? Is this a 12-sided one? Yeah, this is the 12-sided one. It's a good little shape as well. I do like that shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll the stats. Now I'm just going to get the actual sheets from here, because I'd already printed them out. So hang on, just bear with me. Right, there we go. Have I woken up yet? I'm not sure. How about the name Will or William? Yeah, that is a good sort of medieval. I mean, it depends on what character it is for, but it's a Will and William. Yeah, it's a good sturdy medieval English name. Yeah. So we've got our adventure sheet. I must admit, I did enjoy designing the adventure sheet. And we've got the combat encounters. And we've also got some notes if you want to take notes as well. So, this is exciting. Will there be shout-outs to Charles Dickens' rogues like Fagin and Dodger? I hadn't planned on doing that, but I might do that. I might sprinkle some Easter eggs in there. I always forget to kind of do Easter eggs. I thought about, for the thieves we are playing now. Oh, I see. My D&D character name is... Oh, I like that. Devon Emberguard. Devon Emberguard. Yeah, weirdly enough, whenever I played the Fighting Fantasy game books as a kid, I never created a name. I guess I was a kid, but I never thought of a name. It was just kind of me. So... let's roll for... So what we're going to do then, so it says roll 1d12 and write the results. Okay, so this is for Vigour. Here we go. That is an 8. So that's not bad. That's an 8. Where's my pencil? God, have I woken up yet? I've not really woken up, have I? Hey, it's a good start. I know that was a good start. Okay, and then we're going to roll for metal. Again, 1d12. Oh, that's a 9. That is a 9. Look at that. You said I don't roll good. So that's starting value of 9. Sally's watching. Roll well. Yeah. Roll well, my friends. Go into the wilderness and roll well. This is for... Yes, that's good as well. That's for Fettle, which is the health. Now, I might need... Yeah. This is why we playtest it. I might need to... where you add numbers to the starting value, like Fighting Fantasy. But anyway, let's carry on as it is. This is for allure. 7. That's not bad. 7. So these stats are not bad to begin with, aren't they? And then we have fate. We have fate. Fate isn't brilliant. That's 3. Okay, but that's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Experience is already 4. You already start with 4. So we're already there with 4. So we only need... I thought it'd be good to start with 4 because you only need 1 more point of experience to then get a level up point, or you can, you know, to distribute. Tough as Sean Connery. Charming as Roger Moore. Unlucky like Daniel Craig. I like it. Tickles Martha's feet. Ooh. Eat more ice cream. Absolutely. Can someone... Oh, wake me up a bit. Oh, I see. I was wondering why you're doing that. Yeah, I need waking up a bit. I'm going to have a bit more toast. Bit more toast? That's how much I need waking up. Right. Bit more tea. Rah. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and then... the way that you distribute, the way that you get your starting points, your starting values for the thief's attribute is you've got 26 points that you spread between the 4 thief's attributes. Okay, no score can be 0 and none can exceed 9. Once you decided how many. So, what should we do? 9, 18... What's 26 divided by 4? I worked it out that you could do it evenly. During adventures, you fluctuate, but can never go below. See, I've done it the other way around. Yeah, so during adventure, you can't go below your starting value. 7.5. Oh, okay. I thought I did it so it's even. All right then. So stop tickling me, Jam, and I will do so gladly. Right then, 7.5. Thank you, Jam. So what we'll do is one of them. Let's. Oh, sorry, 6. What? No, it isn't. It's 6. Is it 6.5? Okay, 6.5. Yeah, I need to change that then so it's an even number, I think. But let's do 6.5. So all of them are going to be 6 and one of them's 5. Does that make sense? No. I wanted this to be as fingers too big for the touchpad. Can we do 6, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6, 12, 18, 24. Oh, and then we've got 2. So, oh, we've got 2.7. So we can have 2 6s and 2 7s. Is that right? That'll be 14. Yeah, 2 6s and 2 7s. Okay, which ones do you want to be the 2 7s? Type 2 of them that you want to have as the 2 7s. Lockpicking, sleight of hand, stealth, and dexterity. Which 2 do you want to be more good at? Is there a waking up one? So type those down. So just pick 2 out of those that you want to have 7, and the others will put 2. And then we'll see if people agree. Stealth and lockpicking, Jan would like. Oh, stealth and lockpicking. Martha's also thinking along the same lines. I concur. Any language code related skills? Oh, no. No, do you think that should be a thing? Yeah, maybe that should be a thing. Like was it the thieves' cant in D&D? Is that a thing? Or there's the thieves' language or something. Let me make a note of that then. another skill. Because thieves have tongue that prevents bobbies from knowing what they are scheming. Yeah, that could be quite a cool one, couldn't it? Yeah, codes, like, you're good at codes. Okay, thank you. Nice one, Lirin. I've put that in. Now I want to play D&D with you, Ken. That would be so much fun. Sally the Concurrer. Yeah, thanks for that, Lirin. I've rhyming slang. You're a rhyming slang. I've put that in. I've put it as notes. So thank you for that, Lirin. Yes, D&D is a lot of fun. It would be fun. Absolutely, it would be fun. Okay, so we're gonna have. What do people want? Let me do this. Stealth and lockpicking. Right, we're gonna go for stealth and lockpicking then. So, stealth is 7. Lockpicking is also 7. So, sleight of hand is 6 and dexterity is 6. So, remember, there is... yeah, there will be ways that you can level up those attributes as well, but not in the sample. I've not put them in the sample. Okay, so we have our character. So that's good. So again, I wanted a quick sort of setup. I didn't want to, you know, I want people to sort of just crack into the actual game book itself. Right then, let's play. So bear with me. There's a bit of reading at the beginning. It's the setup. I like to immerse the reader into the story. Not just spoken, but also written cants, careful how you say that the authority and upper folk will dismiss as mere graffiti. Yeah, exactly. When there are directions, clues and calls to help action. Yeah, that's a good idea, exactly. And you can have a lot of fun with that as well for the reader having to... I could put codes and messages in it as well. I've still got room for that. I can send you a video on Victorian criminal slang. Yes, please put the link in. That'd be great. If you DM me, put that on my DM because I'm more likely to remember to look at it then. Thank you, Martha. Okay, let's. It says here, your adventure awaits. Now turn over. You feel the warmth of the sunlight intensely on your face as you slowly awaken. The wooden table doesn't make the most comfortable of pillows as you squint at the bright light streaming in from the tavern window. You groan. It feels like you've been kicked in the head by a wild boar, which is ironic when you begin to remember where you are, the Wild Boar Inn. Foggy memories creep into your addled mind as a mug of ale slams next to your ear, making you jolt upright. About time you were on your way, friend. Have one for the road, on the house, the landlord says with a toothless grin. And I'd avoid playing cards for a while too, if I were you. Instantly you reach for your coin purse hanging from your leather belt. It feels light and you draw the string open to reveal a single gold coin lurking at the bottom. Damn, not again. Lady Luck seems to have deserted you last night, as hand after hand you lost more and more of your gold playing Dragon's Tooth. Lirin slid the bolt inside the fox. What? In the lurch. Lirin hid the gold inside the box in the church. A rhyming game book. You grasp the mug and swiftly take a gulp after gulp of warm, foamy, dark liquid until only the dregs remain. With one forceful slam of the mug on the table, you belch and wipe a layer of foam from your top lip. As you do, your cuff scrapes across something sticking out of your top of your red faded shirt. Looking down, you see a rolled up parchment. How did this get here? You pull it free and unroll it to see a detailed map exquisitely drawn in black ink. The parchment is worn and tatty, with a few small holes dotted across it, but the map's features can still be clearly seen. This doesn't make any sense, you wonder, as you spy the landlord wiping a table down. Do you have any idea how I got this? You call out in a vain attempt to solve the mystery. The landlord doesn't stop his cleaning but replies, "Bought it from that gilly wetfoot. Saw you coming, he did." You shake your aching head and groan once more. Scammed by a fake map seller. A sinking feeling settles in the pit of your stomach. A wave of embarrassment snakes its way through your body as you stand to leave. A thief falling for the oldest con in Edra. You curse the ale you downed last night, gather your knapsack, mumble a goodbye to the landlord, and push open the door. All the while kicking yourself for being so stupid. The noise from the city street clatters into your ears like jostling knights. Shopkeepers hurry past to open their establishments, but your blurry eyes can't keep up with the quick motion. Your head spins momentarily, and you sit down where you are. Bloody slimy toad ale. You try to focus on the ground in front of you, and eventually your eyes settle and your head is calm once more. Back in a bit. Okay, Sally. You try to focus on the ground in front of you, and eventually your eyes settle and your head is calm once more. In front of you is the grubby parchment still clutched in your hand. You must have absent-mindedly held on to it as you left the tavern. Your eyes fall upon a few city names you recognise, cities you're proud to say you've thieved from without getting caught by the guards. You quickly spot the city you're in now, Ferrum's Forge, capital of Estrian. In the centre of the map, In the centre of the map and the outlines of the 4 other countries: Oglar Republic to the east, Atros to the north, Tarius to the west, and Scragmos west of Tarius. You cast your eyes over them, wondering what it would be like to travel across each one to get away from it all. An adventure through Estrian, with its lush fields, rolling hills, dense woodlands, exploring the famed Dragonspine Mountains, maybe. Or Atros, with the vast woodlands, and home to the largest settlement of Druids, not to mention its more intriguing places, like the coastal city of Lantern's End, and the mysterious Skytop Mountains. But not the Oglar Republic or Scragmos. Those countries make even the bravest of adventurers quiver in their leather boots. You dare not think about what hideous perils await anyone foolish to enter that domain. Or those domains, it should be. But wait, what about the vast treasure waiting to be discovered from unsuspecting travellers? Your mind races. After all, you've nowhere special to get to, and there is more air than gold in your coin purse. A wide grin spreads across your face as the delicious thought of putting your skills of light fingerwork to use once more slips into your mind. Yes, travel will do me good. I'll meet lots of unsuspecting people. But where to? Holding the map closer, you examine the landscape with greater care. You ponder crags, runes, cursed glades, but nothing seems to tickle your fancy. Ha! You loudly shout. Skull Caves. You've a vague memory of the con artist saying something about the crown of chaos, the most powerful object in all of Edra. It will allow the wearer to rule the land. That must be worth a pretty gold or two. But in order to find it, you need to cross the Valley of Ice, a dangerous place. Only an amulet of eternity will protect you from the freezing winds. The warlock who lives in the caves is rumoured to reward adventurers who fulfill one of his quests with one such amulet. You recall the con artist's honeyed words. How could I have been taken in? The shame of it. But what if it's true? Surely the crown of chaos is just a myth? But what if it isn't? You feel giddy as the thought of owning the most powerful magic object in the land fills your being. And if it's not true, at the very least, you'll have won or stolen an amulet of eternity from the warlock. They are said to be worth a fortune. You shakily get to your feet as your belly rumbles in protest at how hungry it is. You reach for your coin purse and curse as you remember you're down to your last gold, and 1 gold doesn't pay for much in this overpriced city. A flash of inspiration lights your mind. The city's enchantress endows gifts for free on travellers who ask. Maybe a visit to her will turn your rotten luck into something more favourable. Okay, you have your first decision to make. What would you like to do? Would you like to visit the enchantress seeking a gift? Or would you like to return to the thieves' den, stock up on provisions for your arduous journey to find the fabled crown of chaos? Oh, you both want to go to the huntress. Okay. Oh, we are as charming as Roger Moore after all. That is true. Okay, so straight away you've gone, right, we want to get some gifts. Okay. The city folk rush both ways along the wide main street, caught in their busy worlds. You try to recall the way to the enchantress and look north, but nothing jogs your memory. So you look east and spy the doctor's grand house to your right, his sign swinging gently in the breeze. That's it. You grin and begin weaving through the thick crowds. You've heard the doctor can heal most ills for 1 gold cogglet. Luckily, you're not in need of its healing services today, despite your hangover. Briskly walking past the doctor's, you spot the small alchemist's house. Catching your eye is a painted board nailed jauntily to the stone wall, with a 7-pointed star overlaid with a triangle with 3 circles. On the right track, you think, as you curse your lack of objects. Did I gamble them away or were they stolen? Too bad. You could have asked the alchemist to transmute them into gold. Another day, perhaps. You're fairly sure the enchantress has her establishment down a narrow street off of the main road, and moments later a street sign nailed to the side of a grotty corner house swings into view. Lubberwort Street. You turn down the street and try to spot your destination. It is certainly narrow, with dilapidated houses on either side leaning into each other, preventing the sunlight reaching the pavement. You pass a beggar who is asleep, slumped in front of an empty shop. At least you hope they are just asleep. You quicken your step as you pass him, not wanting to know if he is actually dead or not. Eventually, after passing several grimy, shabby and run-down buildings, you see a large grey-stoned house at the end of the street. You sigh with relief as you recognise this to be where the enchantress lives. Cautiously, you step up to the worn stone steps that cut a path through the overgrown garden. Vines and thorn bushes vie for space and the little sunlight there is. You glance at the stern building in front of you and count at least 10 small windows. Some are boarded up, but others have a flicker of warm candlelight fighting the darkness within. Carefully approaching the grand wooden door, you admire the fine wrought iron work. The heavy door knocker has the shape of a Mandagorian's face. You recall a hedge wizard once warning you about this plant, and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that living mortals, hearing them, run mad. Its narrow eyes seem to stare back at you with intense hatred, its drooping wide mouth gaping open as if silently screaming. Long leaves sprout from the top of its head, and you admire the delicate shapes formed by the wrought iron. A shiver races up your spine as you feel as if the Mandagorian is watching your every move. Grasping the iron ring running through the plant's nose, you rap loudly. A mind-piercing cry bursts into your ears, causing you to step back with pain. The Mandagoria's eyes are wide and wild, and you realise the hideous sound is coming from its mouth. Wondering how you are going to silence the creature, your prayers are heard, despite the screeching, and the door slowly swings open. Framed by the doorway is an equally ugly creature hovering at your eye level. Its huge wings flutter quickly, but seemingly out of proportion to the rest of its leathery body. No bigger than a good-sized watermelon, with long spindly arms, legs and ears, you know you are face to face with an imp. Its pointed chin, large oval eyes and broad grin cause goose pimples on your skin. "The enchantress is waiting," the lesser demon says, and waves you in with skinny fingers. You notice his nails are cracked and broken as you step over the threshold and follow the flying beast. You are led through a long and dark hallway with several oil paintings of unusual-looking people hanging on the walls. You assume these must be the relatives of the enchantress, a few of their strange and odd features that seem to shift in the dim candlelight. Through the darkness emerges a door at the end hallway. The flying imp stops momentarily, glances back at you, and with an outstretched finger beckons you forward once more. The door begins to open, seemingly by its own accord, as you step towards it. "You seek a gift, do you not?" a croaky woman's voice from the room asks. You confirm you do, but don't think her question was anything supernatural. After all, it's why everyone visits her. It's Grocklesnook, it's your first scene. Yes, I've not particularly mentioned that it could be Grocklesnook. Is it Grocklesnook or is it not Grocklesnook? "Come closer, my friend. Let me gaze upon you," the enchantress encourages. As you do, more of the room can be seen through the warm yellow of the roaring fire and the sporadically placed candles. In the far corner, the enchantress sits in an upright chair, her long black wavy hair framing her thin face. Her eyes are bright, and you sense the wisdom of 1,000 years within them. Her mouth breaks into a warm smile as she watches you avidly. A large painting in an ornate gold frame hangs over the mantelpiece. The scene is of a white hart drinking from a river in the woodland. Remarkably calming feeling washes over you. Not the sort of painting you would expect an enchantress to have. Handsome creatures, aren't they?" she says, more a statement than a question. You nod anyway. Pure white, with pure magical energy flowing through its being. The druids and the forest folk believe this magnificent beast will only appear to those who transgress a taboo of the society they live in, and it is in the chase rather than the catch that redemption is found. You're unsure how to reply when the enchantress speaks once more. "Which taboo will you transgress, I wonder?" Before you have time to think, the magic user's head tilts backwards, her pupils disappearing, leaving her eyes as pure white. Her long robes begin to shimmer as the trance possesses her. A soft mumbling comes from her mouth, but the voice is different. Fearing something is not quite right, you step back, only to see the flying imp grins its impish grin at you. Okay, so we're going to roll a d12 to see what gift you are going to be bestowed upon you. Do you want me to read out what the gifts are? Type yes if you do, or no if you want it just to be a pure surprise. Go for it. Yes or no if you want the gifts to be read out to you. Okay. I guess you would know because you'd be reading the book, wouldn't you? You'd have it right in front of you. And I guess it's more fun because you go, oh, I really hope it's that. I really hope it's that. Okay, so here we go then. So, rolling a 1d12. If it's a 1, you turned into a toad. If it's a 2, gain 1 vigour. 3, gain 1 metal. 4, gain 1 fettle. 5, gain 1 fate. 6, gain 1 experience. 7, gain 2 gold coglets. 8, gain 1 pickpocketing attribute point. 9, gain 1 lockpicking. Oh, that's the other way around actually, 8 and 9. 10 is gain 1 strength. 11 is gain 1 dexterity. And 12 is gain 1 incantation scroll. Okay, let's roll. Oh, come on. Basically, you don't want a 1. You want a 12 or something like that. Here we go. What's that? Oh, I'm going to say that is... What's that? That's unsure. I'm not sure what to call that, actually. Let's do it again, because it was on its side. Here we go, then. That is a 4. That's a clearer indication that it's a 4. Gain 1 fettle. That is a good start. That means we have got more health. Where's my pencil? Gain 1 pencil. So we've got 1 fettle. So we're on 10 health. Okay. The effects of the Enchantress gifts are immediate, and you wonder how she could have done such witchcraft. Before you can thank her and leave, she speaks again, still in her trance. I know what you seek, thief. The true power of the crown of chaos is yours to take. But be warned, the true power may take you. No ordinary mortal can possess such an object. Are you the chosen one to wield such a weapon? The warlock will help, but his trinket cannot protect you from all dangers. Tread carefully, thief. Spies are everywhere. You hear the door behind you open and see the imp with his arm outstretched towards the hallway. You thank the Enchantress and are grateful to be on your way. Perhaps have 1 be the jackpot, be the emergency... What's that? The emergency geas that can say open a pair of handcuffs once. Oh, I see. Yeah, possibly. Although the Enchantress is kind of for all travellers, so I didn't really want to tailor it too much towards a class, if that makes sense. Plus, you can get changed into a toad, which is a lot of fun. Okay, so on we go. With renewed determination, you make your way through the dirty streets of the city, doing your best not to become distracted with all manner of thieving opportunities. Plenty of time for that, you think. Besides, if I can get my hands on the Amulet of Eternity, I could just sell that if the going gets tricky. Soon you are in the thick of the hustle and bustle of the merchant's quarter. In a street you refer to as the thieves' playground, packed with tall townhouses with jewellery shops in their front rooms. You pass by each shop window, your mouth watering at the fine treasures inside. Gold rings, necklaces, brooches, all capture your eye and twinkle in the sunlight. As painful as it is, you continue on your way and are relieved that you make it without succumbing to temptation. The risks one takes for talisman. Yeah, no, I know. Well, as I've said before, this was a talisman sample. But I couldn't get hold of the people, Talisman, who own the rights. Couldn't get hold of them. I tried for about a year. Couldn't get hold of them. And I thought, I really like what I've written. So I'm just going to adapt it into my first game book. So I've got to, there's nods to Talisman. In front of you is a large tavern with stables. The Filcher's Arms, home of the Thieves' Guild. You can almost feel the stress of the city fall from your body as you walk into the dilapidated but impressive wooden building. Just as you're about to open the familiar door, something strange happens. An event occurs. Sorry, had to mute. A friend called me. No worries, Martha. No worries, Martha. We did roll for the Enchantress, and we gained 1 fettle. So we've got a little bit more health, which is good. Now we've just got to the Thieves' Den, where the Thieves Guild is, and it's at the Filcher's Arms pub. And an event has happened. We're just about to go in, but an event has happened. It says roll 2d12 to determine what event you encounter. See page 77. Return to this entry when resolved. So this one I'm not going to read out all of them because this one is more intended because it's an event that things just happen. Things just happen. So it's back on 3. Okay, so let's roll 2d12s to see what happens. Here we go then. That is a 4 plus 3. That is a 7. So then I've got 24 events that can happen. But we rolled a 7. Ready, steady, go. A boggart challenges you to an arm wrestling contest. Roll 1d12. 1 to 6 you lose. Remove 2 gold cogglets from your pouch. Ooh, luckily we haven't got any, so we'd lose 1. 7 to 12 you win. Add 1 vigour and gain 2 gold cogglets. Okay, let's see what happens. We want 7 to 12. Let's get a 12. Let's get a 12. Oh, that was a 3. That was a 3. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. Right, so we have lost our gold. We have lost our gold. That could have gone so well. Oh, okay. Yes, it says here, remember you can spend a fate to either re-roll 1 die, in the hope of getting a different event, or you can spend a fate to ignore the event altogether. Roll 1d12. If it's 1 to 6 fails, the event happens. If the result is 7 to 12, succeed, ignore the event. So, what would you like to do? Do you want to spend a fate to re-roll the die? And then we'll just see what event we get. Or do you want to spend a fate to see if you can avoid the event? What would you like to do? 7% to succeed. So you do want to spend a fate then, Jam, yeah? Anyone else want to spend a fate? Okay, we're going to spend a fate. We're going to spend a fate then. So we're down to 2. So we're going to re-roll. Yep, Sally would want to spend a fate as well. We're going to re-roll then. So this is for a different outcome. So that's 1 plus, because it's 2d12s. Hang on, it rolled. Right. Plus. I'm going to take that as a 9. Just because the angle this rolls, it comes in at an angle. So I'm going to say that is a 10. That is a 10 for the event. Oh, that's better. Look at that. 3 gold. Yeah. It says here, Fountain of Vigour. You discover the Fountain of Vigour. You decide to take a refreshing drink. And its vitalising properties. Restore 1 vigour point. Oh, it says restore 1. Okay, that's interesting. So what do you think it should be? Should it be gain 1 or restore 1? Or rise 1? Yes. Should it be gain 1? Should I change those to gain 1? I'm going to put gain 1 vigour. Oh, Martha thinks restore. But the problem is, it's frustrating because we're already restored, if you like. Gain, you only restore what's lost. Yeah, we've not lost any. So I'm going to change those to gain. Again, this is a good reason why we play test these things. Yeah, because you're gonna. So if we had lost, you know, points, we would still gain it anyway. At the moment, though, we can't. It's like a dud thing, and I want these to work. I want them always to work. Oh, the heat is melting me. Have you got a fan? So I'm gonna gain. We're gonna gain 1 vigor. So we're on 9 vigor now. So that is our fighting prowess. Okay, cool. I'm glad I put the reminder in the book as well. Determined to get some rest and food for the road, you step over the threshold and feel the sideways glances of many eyes for a brief moment. They check your status. You're one of them. As an apprentice thief, you know your way around the tavern well enough, with its secret doors, tunnels and underground rooms, all hidden away from prying busybodies. Familiar with many of the guild's members, you nod to a few as you cross the wooden floor. Thick pockets of sawdust are distributed. No, are disturbed as you trapeze. No, as you traverse. That's meant to be traverse your way into the bar. You look like you need a drink. Matilda asked. She's been running this place since long before you joined. Her lined face reminds you of a large prune, and her long black hair, thick like spider's legs, there you go, always gets in her beady eyes. It's a wonder she can pour pints, you think. You shake your head and are just about to ask if you can buy some provisions for the road when she jumps in first. I've heard you got scammed. Fancy that. Word on the street is you've gone and bought yourself one of those fake maps. You laugh a thin laugh, though decline to comment and just ask what she has in the way of meals for the road. She briskly reels off a list of snacks, and you choose 3. Put them on the tab, shall I? You nod sheepishly. I suspect you've lost all your money gambling and drinking. You nod sheepishly once more. So we've got some meals. We're adding 3 to the provisions. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Weapons, objects. Ah, I've not got a meals box. Right. There you go. Again, this is why. Give them an autograph. Thank you, Jam. I've 2 fans on me. Hey. We do need a meals. Okay, I'm going to put meals. We do need meals. Why not? Okay. Yeah, I didn't have meals. So that's not a problem. There is space. Matilda tuts with a crooked smile on her face, her yellow teeth peeking through. I suspect you'll be wanting a room for the night on your tab too. Once again you nod sheepishly. She shakes her head as she hands you a large bronze key. Room 23, and make sure you get out there first thing and procure a few items to settle up. I'm not a charity. You grin back at her and thank her for her understanding as you make your way back across the dusty floor and climb the stairs to your room. After a short trek, you unlock the room and close the door with relief. A good night's sleep is what needed, especially if you're venturing out of the city. How big is our tab? That's a very good question. At the moment, it's pretty big. Maybe you need, maybe we need to establish that. I made a note of that, Martha. How big is tab? Yeah, maybe I could put some side quests in if you want to go and help pay off your tab. You climb into bed and lay your head on the pillow and drift off to a blissful sleep. However, all is not quite as it seems. Roll 2d12 to determine what sleep encounter affects you. Okay. Because if we survive, the tab is deducted from the book's final result. Oh, okay. That's a good point then. Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that. Okay. Yep. I've made a note of that, guys. Thank you for the help. So we're going to roll 2d12 to see what happens when we sleep. Sleep encounters. Here we go then. That is a 3. And a 9. So that is a 12. A 3 and a 9 is a 12. You struggle to sleep well and wake feeling knackered. Lose 1 vigour point. We just gained 1. Give us with the left hand, take us with the right hand. Either for success rank, which can not your gifts bonus for the next book, for instance. Yes, now I did. That's interesting. We can chat a little bit about that very briefly. I wanted these to be standalone rather than you take your character forward into other books. But do people like taking the characters into the next books? I just wonder how that works. Does it work well? I quite like the fact that you just start again. But I could have a think about that. Okay, so would you like to roll again? Do you want to spend a fate to re-roll one of the die? We've got a 3 and a 9. You can re-roll one of those. Did we do that last time? Yeah. Anyway, would you like to spend another one? No. Okay, Martha. Yeah, because we've only got 2. And these little sleep encounters and events are kind of like minor little things that happen. So at the moment, we gained a vigour. We've lost a vigour. That's quite funny. So Martha's the only one that's voted. So Martha's voice is going to be the one voice to make all the decisions. Okay, so we're going to lose the vigour. Lose the plot. Because the old Space Hulk solo game option had a success rank system that gave you a victory level. Depending on how many... Oh, I see. Gene Stellars you took down with your... Even if you die. Oh, I see. Like... Yeah. Yeah, okay. That is an interesting concept. Yeah, it's working out how complicated that would be to implement. But yeah, it's definitely worth thinking. Definitely worth thinking about. Okay, so we're not going to re-roll. So we wake up a little bit knackered, although it does say here you wake up. Oh yeah, you wake up not as refreshed as you had hoped. You have a vague feeling you dreamt, and that disturbed your sleep. However, you're determined to find the Crown of Chaos, or at least prove that the map you bought really is a fake. After a quick splash of water from the basin in the corner, you dress, gather your equipment, and make your way downstairs and back to the bar. The lounge room is fairly empty, as thieves are prone to frequent the darker hours of the day. Matilda is busy washing down tables. The early morning sunlight streams through the windows, glinting in her hair. As you approach, you wonder if you should visit the Enchantress to see if you can gain another gift, or if you should press on with your folly of your quest. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to try your luck with the Enchantress again? Or do you want to press on and find the Warlock's cave and leave the city by the sewers on the east side of the city? What would you like to do then? Would you like to go back to the Enchantress, type Enchantress, or if you'd like to leave the city by the sewers, type leave. Yeah, press. Okay, you're going to press on. You're going to press on. You know what's going to happen at the Enchantress. Leave, yep. Oh, some nice cold troll's blood. Okay, you're going to leave. You've had a bit of a dabble with the Enchantress, so you're going to leave. I knew there was something I wasn't doing. Normally I write down the entry numbers, but I'm not doing that with this one. Okay, turn to 5. The path I tread is the broken one, you say as a way of a greeting. Glad... Oh, hang on, that's wrong. Oh. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, hang on. No, that's right. Hang on. This is why we play test it. Ah, interesting. Right. Okay. That's interesting. There's a drowned spider in it. Yeah. Okay. So this, glad to be out of the tunnel, is wrong. I think it's the right entry, but I've obviously looped it back in from somebody else as well. Yeah, okay. I think we'll carry on. I think it's just that sentence threw me. That's wrong. The path I tread is the broken one, you say as a way of a greeting. Matilda stops her work, throws her wash rag in a soapy bucket of water, and nods for you to follow. Her brisk walk catches you off guard, and you hurry to keep up. She swiftly lifts a hatch fitted into the door behind the bar that reveals a set of wooden stairs. She holds the hatch lid, nods, and says, "The broken path is only the start," as you descend into the fading light. The descent becomes darker with every footstep, but you have travelled this path many times before. At the bottom of the stairs, the dim light is strangely comforting. In front of you are five familiar, elaborate, ornate wooden doors, each with gold lettering above. You read each one carefully, dreaming of the future. Braggart, Filcher, Bibliokept, Freebooter, Arch Thief. One day I'll rise through the ranks and become an arch thief. You crouch down on one knee in front of the Braggart door. Take your lockpicks from your knapsack, steady yourself, take a deep breath and begin counting. You quickly insert the 2 thin metal rods into the lock and rhythmically move them, sensing their slightest motion. So roll 2d12. If your roll is equal to or lower than your lock picking attribute, you succeed in picking the lock in time. Okay. So we need to get, so what have we got? Lock picking 7. Oh, but plus we got the lock picking kit, which is a +3. So we're on 10. So we need to roll 1d2. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is, I'm going for a 4. That's a 4. Okay. You hear the satisfying clunk of the lock mechanism turning, and you quickly turn the handle to open the door. Just another test from the guild, you think to yourself, as the door automatically closes behind you. The rough-hewn rock of the corridor is barely visible as you make your way down this familiar path. In the distance you can hear the dripping of water, and soon you come to a T-junction. The new path has a thin layer of moving water, sewer water. A pungent smell drifts towards your nostrils, a small price to pay for the luxury of leaving the city without being bothered by the city watch at the gates. Would you be able to find high-quality, e.g. mithril lockpicks that can add extra bonuses for more complex locks? Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I want to do. Yeah, it's throughout the adventure. That's a good point, Lewin. Throughout the adventure, you should find, upgrades to your kit, as well as new objects that can help you as well. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. I'm loving it, though. Keep coming up with the ideas. As you know the path already, you turn left and splash your way along the sewer for a further 20 minutes, keeping a good pace. You have a long way to go and you want to make camp in the woods before sunset. After many twists and turns through the underground labyrinth, you know you are close to the sewer exit east of the city. To your surprise, you see a crouching figure silhouetted near the exit. This sewer is used by other thieves, but somehow you know this isn't one of them. Something's not quite right, but you can't put your finger on it. You slow your pace as your hand instantly drifts to the handle of your dagger. Cautiously, you step closer to the figure, who seems unaware of your presence. As you approach, you curse silently to yourself. Your instincts are right. A foul goblin is sniffing the air, as if trying to catch the scent of its prey. Suddenly, his beady black eyes lock onto you. Well, well, who's been a naughty boy? Illicit maps, eh? He growls. Confusion clouds your mind, but you've no time to wonder what the goblin could mean as he lunges at you with his sword. Prepare to fight. Okay, we've got your first fight. First fight. Okay, so the way that the combat works is... Combat, the foul goblin has fettle of 4. It has metal of 6, so just like in all true traditions, we've got our enemy encounter box, combat encounters. We've got the goblin. It's our first one, goblin. So, metal of 4, fettle of, what did I say, 6. So the way you do it is pretty much like fighting fantasy. You each roll 1d12 and you add it to your vigour. Oh yeah, not metal. Hang on, have I got that wrong? Have I got that wrong? Have I got that wrong? This is your strength fighting skill. Yes, I've put the wrong thing into the... Damn, the wrong thing into the actual combat encounters. That's fair enough. Okay, so it's meant to be vigour. So our vigour is 8 and it's 4. So we've got a 4 advantage already. And the way you roll, yeah, so you add the dice roll to each of your scores and whoever has the most wins. If it's a tie, then it's a standoff, nobody gets wounded. If you win, then you get to knock, is it 1 point off or 2 points? I think I've done 2, let's have a look. Yeah, 2 fettle points from the fettle total. Now, I've done a little bonus thing with the dice, okay? If either one of you, i.e. yourself or the enemy, rolls a 12 as the vigour roll, it's a critical strike, which means you can roll another d12 and then add all of that score up. However, if you roll a 12, which is a critical strike, and then on the second roll you roll another 12, that is an instant death strike, an IDS. Instant death strike. So if you roll 2 12s, killed. The enemy's killed or you're killed. Okay? I thought I'd add a bit more excitement to it. So, let's find out what we're doing. So, this is for us. We're on 8, remember? So, 8 plus 8. That's nice and easy to remember. 16. So, 4 plus... Oh, that is 12, actually. That is 12. So, that's 16. So, that's a standoff. Right. So, this is for us. That's 8 plus 4. That's 12. He is on 4. That is 6. So, that's 10. Hurrah! So, we first wound to us. Okay, this is for us. That is a 5. So, that's 8. That's 13 for us. He's on 4 plus 10. That's 14. What did we have? A 5. So that's 8. That's 13. Oh no, we've been injured. Oh no. So, we are down by 2. We're on 8. Okay, we are going to roll for us. I didn't give you an option to flee if you wanted to flee, did I? Let's do that again because it was on the angle. That is a 3. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. This is for him. That's a 12. So that's 14. So we're down to 6. I think I'm going to have a higher ratio of starting values. Okay, this is for us, which is a 5, which is better, so we're on 13. Yeah, this isn't going well. Here we go. That's on a 6, which is 10. So, phew. He's down to 2. This is for us. That is an 11. So, we're on 19. I don't think it can win, can it? 19, even if that was 12. 16, yeah. So he's dead. He's dead. So, let's loot the body. Loot, loot, loot the body. How many gold are we going to find on him? Here we go. I'm going to say that's 8, because it is at a funny angle because of the shape of the die. So that's 8 gold that we find on him. Hurrah! Yes! See, this is it. I think if you're playing as a thief, it's good to have a lot of gold. You know, you'd be nicking stuff. You'd be looting the bodies. The question is, do you want to eat a meal? Do you want to eat a meal now? We can do it now if you like. We're on 6 fettle. It restores 4 points. We won and we got 8 gold coglets. Absolutely, Martha. Yeah. Because I always like looting. You know, when you play Skyrim or Witcher, it's like, I'll just loot the body. And also, I do find in a lot of game books, or certainly the Fighting Fantasy game books, gold is difficult to come by. And I kind of wanted a mechanism where you could get gold fairly easy. I don't know if I write that right. Well, I spell it Coggleets. So you were close. You were close. So, should we spend... should we eat a meal? Type yes if you'd like to eat a meal. Type no if you don't want to. Leerin's put yes. Meal. Meal. Look at me, messy pup, wiping it on my sleeve. Okay, let's eat a meal. Yeah, I'm going to have to add... So we're going to go up to 9. We're back up to 9. I think we need to have more fettle. I'm going to have it where you +6 maybe at the beginning. We don't want to be a candle in the wind. We certainly don't. Okay. So we've looted the body. We have, so it also says here, if you kill the goblin, mark down 1 experience point in your adventure sheet. And then turn to 14. So we've got an experience point. We've got 5 experience points. Which means we've got a level up point. We can cash it in. So, would you like to add it to Vigour, type Vigour, Metal, Fettle, Allure, or Fate? Can you add it to Fate? Can't remember now. I don't think you can add it to Fate. No, not Fate. Let's have a look. Or before you do that, or you can cash that in to add it to the guild progress track. We need 6 to go to the next one. If you cash it in to go and add it to the guild progress track, we'll be on 3. So then we'd need 3 more to progress. So it's up to you. What would you like to do? Would you like to add it to one of your core attributes? Vigour, Metal, Fettle, Allure. Or would you like to add it to the guild progress? What would you like to do? Martha would like to go for guild. Okay. Oh, also lead. Okay, guild. Right, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Is this a good decision to have 2 kind of things going on, where you have to make the decision to go, should I up my immediate skills or shall I progress along my my guild progress track? Because when you go to the next one, you're going to gain Secret Seal. You're going to gain a special ability. So each time you progress up the track and you go on to the next level, you're going to gain certain attributes. So gain Secret Steel, gain Thieves' Law, gain Plunder, and gain Blagger's Knack. Okay, so you have going to add it to there. So we're on 3. Okay, cool. And then we have no more experience. No more experience points. So again, we need to get 5 experience points. I might lower that, again, just depending on the play testing. Okay. Turn to 14. Turn to 14. The goblin is as surprised as you are as you wrestle his sword free from his leathery hand and swiftly stab his stomach repeatedly with your dagger. Blood splatters over you as the foul creature drops to the ground with a loud thud. Since he tried to rob you, it's only polite you rob him, you reason. After all, he's no need for worldly possessions anymore. With gusto, you loot the body. You could do with a sword, +1 vigour in combat, even if it is a goblin one, but you also find gold cogglet coins. Oh yeah, we've already done the looting, yep. So, we do find a sword on him. We're taking his sword. So we're going to add that to the weapons. So it is Goblin Swords. I'm going to write Goblin Swords. I didn't put Goblin at the beginning of that in the description. And that's a +1 figure in combat. Okay, so what I did was the way Lone Wolf do it, which I thought was quite cool. You got your weapon and then what it actually does to remind you. So I've done that as well. So that I like that little touch from Lone Wolf. Okay. You wonder why a nasty goblin would be sniffing around here when something sticking out of his shirt catches your eye. A small parchment. You take a closer look and you notice the red wax of the seal is broken. You recognise the Assassin's Guild symbol despite its fractured nature. To all guild members, a bounty of 300 gold coglets is placed on anyone within all realms of Edra who is in possession of maps showing the location of the Valley of Ice. A bounty of 600 gold has been placed on anyone within all the realms of Edra who is dealing in the sale or distribution of maps showing the location of the Valley of Ice. Be on the lookout for the following known dealers: Braggart McGint, Tallinn Brokenbridge, Cutthroat Jill and gang members, Rufus Blatherskit, Craggy Six Fingers, and Argan Lightfoot. As usual, payment on deliverance of perpetrators' heads. As usual, payment on deliverance of perpetrators' heads. The realm of Edra must be protected at all costs. Kill all traitors. A gasp escapes your mouth as you realise the man you bought the map from is listed. Craggy Six Fingers' name is crossed out by a thin line of blood. You curse yourself for being so stupid whilst drunk and curse the Assassin's Guild. You have to be extra careful now about who you talk to. Not wanting to hang around any longer, you need to warn the Thieves' Guild and curse again as you have to traipse back to the way you came and delay your quest. Okay. Should get there before dusk, you think, but a strange chill fills the air. You instinctively look at the spot near the sewer exit where the goblin was crouching and hurry over to see if you can find anything. On the ground, laid in the sewer water, is a body. Your heart sinks as you recognise from his clothes that it's a member of the Thieves' Guild. You step closer, not wanting to find out who it is. The pain of seeing a fellow guild member dead is too much to handle. The bloodied corpse of Craggy's 6 fingers lays lifeless, wet and cold. A pained expression is on his pock-marked face. You see an excessive amount of blood soaking his clothes around his heart. A sword wound, but not the kind... Oh, that's a typo. There you go. Let me just write that. But not the kind a goblin weapon would inflict. No, this wound is strange, as if it's a large animal has clawed at its chest. Long, deep wounds penetrating the flesh run from behind its back and right across his front. His clothes are shredded. No goblin could have done this, you think, as you lean over and close Craggy's eyelids. A sadness overwhelms you. What of his family? Knowing you'll have to tell them what happened makes a tear roll down your cheek. His wife, daughters, the guild will provide. Your thoughts become a rambling mess, but are interrupted by something unexpected. Tucked into Craggy's left hand, the hand with 6 fingers, is a card. You prise it from his stiffening fingers and look at the strange illustration on one side. A man sits cross-legged, blindfolded, holding a sword in front of him. He is surrounded by masked figures dressed in red, who are each holding gems and gold items. You have no idea behind the meaning of this and flip the card over to see another illustration. This time it's simply a flame rising from a single palm on a black background with an ornate border. This is clearly the back of the card. Maybe his wife will know its meaning. You take it just in case. Add strange card to your objects on your adventure sheet. Add 1 experience point on your adventure sheet. Okay, objects, strange cards. And we have another experience point. Not wanting to waste any more time, you head back into the sewers towards the thieves' den. Turn to 15. Tired and hungry, you trudge on, exhausted from your encounter with the goblin, shocked by finding Craggy 6 Fingers' body, and your feet soaked and stinking from the sewage water. You are thrilled to spy a chink of stale bread that appears to be on dry area of ground. If you'd like to eat the stale bread, replenish 2 fettle, or if you'd rather not risk it and eat one of your own provisions, replenish 4 fettle. Satisfied, well, we've got maximum anyway. Satisfied with your short rest, you press on, and soon you find yourself lock-picking the apprentice door once more. Now I'm sad the Assassin's Guild will pay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's not good. They are up to no good, Martha. You crouch down on one knee, take your lockpicks from your knapsack, steady yourself, take a deep breath, and begin counting. You quickly insert the 2 thin metal rods into the lock and rhythmically move them, sensing their slightest motion. So we've got to roll 2d10 again, 2d12 again. We need 10 or below. Hang on. Is it 10? What is it? Lockpicking. 7 plus 3, because we've got the lockpicking kit. That's 10, yeah, so 10 or below. That's a 7. Ooh. Oh, no, we've done it. 7. You only roll 1. Oh, no, you roll 2. You roll 2. Oh, no. I think we did it wrong, first of all. Anyway, we failed on that one. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. This is why we play tested. This is why we play tested. Roll 2d12. If it is higher in lockpicking attribute... Hang on, what do I... Oh, that's a duplicate as well. If you roll higher than your lockpick breaks, making it harder and slower to pick the lock. Lose 1 lockpicking attribute point. Oh, no. We're down to 6. Yeah, I think we need to start with higher values. I definitely think that. You hear the satisfying clink of the lock mechanism turning and quickly turn the handle to open the door. Right, so that needs rewriting, because if you fail, you try again. I'm going to put you try again and succeed. So, yeah. Once through, the door automatically closes behind you. You rush along the dimly lit path, knowing time is of grave importance. Once you reach the stairs, you race to the top and pull a rope that is hanging from the ceiling, just left of the hatch lid. After waiting a moment, shafts of light seep through the widening cracks of the opening hatch. You hear Matilda's welcoming voice. "The path I tread is the broken one," you respond in kind. "The broken path is only the start." Matilda reaches out her hand and you gladly accept it as she helps you out of the hatch. Something in your eyes alarms her. "What's wrong?" she asks. You shake your head and tell her you need to see the arch-thief. No sooner have your words left your lips, Matilda scurries away into a back room. Walking from behind the bar and into the public area, you nod a small nod to your fellow thieves. Do they know yet? You wonder. Before you can speculate further, Matilda is by your side and ushers you into the back room. Your muscles tense as you stride into the room. Standing in front of you are the Thieves' Council of 7. Falco Goldhawk, the arch-thief, sits in a simple wooden chair in the middle of the room, flanked by the remaining 6 members of the council. He is tall, even when sitting, and his clothes are cleaner and less worn than regular, active members of the guild. Nonetheless, his short leather cloak, trousers, shirt and boots show signs of action. Clothes too clean and new wouldn't blend into the shadows of the streets. He bids you brief greeting and asks for your news. You tell of the murder of the fellow guild member, of the strange wounds and of the blood-soaked card. Falco ponders your news for a while before stating simply, "This is grave news indeed. Action must be taken. This is not the first like this to be brought to my attention." He stands and beckons you to his council to follow him into the lounge room. The commanding figure of Falco Goldhawk waits patiently for the hubbub of the chattering thieves to die down before speaking. "Members of the guild, I have serious news to impart. 2 of our brethren have been slain. Craggy Sixfingers and Argan Lightfoot were slain mere hours ago." The explosion of noise erupts loudly as the guild members call out their horror. Falco Goldhawk shouts over the din to continue. "Losing our own is the worst possible crime against our guild. Craggy was the thieves' thief, one who always found new and innovating ways to progress the profession of thieving. Argan took sneaking to another level. Both did this guild proud, and we shall not rest until the culprit is caught and the guild's justice is dealt." Jeers and calls for justice ring out as Falco cries to calm the baying crowd. "We will be taking donations for his family, and rest assured, we will find out who murdered our beloved brother. A bounty of 500 gold cogglets is placed on whoever killed them. They are wanted, dead or alive." The thieves erupt in shouts and cheers as they swear to find the culprit. You feel the anger rise in you. Surely you should investigate their deaths and forget the crown of chaos. "Help thy fellow thieves," the first of the guild codes, rattles around your mind. Your head is spinning with so many questions and your body is shattered. You turn back to Matilda, who has a stunned look on her face. Asking for a room for the night breaks her gaze. "Dead, we will not show mercy." Yeah, absolutely. "When are you going to pay this tab of yours?" You stare at her blankly. She shakes her head and as she hands you a large bronze key for room 23. You thank her for her understanding as you make your way back across the dusty floor and climb the stairs to your room. After a short trek, you unlock the room and close its door with relief. A good night's sleep is what's needed, especially if you want to investigate the murders. You climb into bed and lay your head on the pillow and drift off to a blissful sleep. However, all is not quite as it seems. Roll 2d12. Let's see what sleep encounter awaits us. That is a 9 and also a 9. It's a double 9. It's a double 9. It's 18 What happens when we're asleep? Who knows? Sleep encounters 18. You dream a generous fairy blesses you. Gain 1 allure point. Yes, it was a good dream. We've got 1 allure point. We're on 8 now. You wake up not as refreshed as you'd hope. You've a vague feeling you dreamt and that disturbed your sleep. But it was a good dream though. However, your dilemma of what you do feels clearer. Justice for Craggy and Argan and their families is your quest now. And you've 2 clues to follow. After a quick splash of water from the basin in the corner, you dress, gather your equipment and make your way downstairs back to the bar. The lounge room is fairly empty as thieves are prone to frequent the darker hours of the day. Matilda is busy washing tables down. The early morning sunlight streams through the windows, glinting in her hair. You notice a wanted poster on the wall with the reward of 500 gold coglets for the capture of both Craggy and Argan's murderers, dead or alive. As you approach, you wonder if you should visit the prophetess and try to discover the meaning of the strange cards, or visit the weapons shop to try and discover the type of weapon would make those unusual wounds on their bodies. Now we are as handsome as Piers Brosnan. My name is Bond. James Bond. No, he's what was... Oh no, this is Roger Moore. My name... What is it? My name is Bond. I used to do good impressions of Bond. Anyway, what would you like to do? We've got another decision to make. Would you like to visit the prophetess and discover the meaning of the strange card? Or would you like to go to the weapon shop and discover what type of weapon would make those unusual marks? You decide. Clues from the weaponsmith. Okay. Thinking about it, didn't the goblin kill one of them? Maybe. Maybe not. You do ponder, so you might have been away at that point. You might not have been, but you kind of, you think that's a bit strange. The marks don't seem, like the wound marks don't seem to tally with a goblin sword. You're thinking if it was the goblin, these wound marks, his clothes was all shredded. They looked a bit unusual to be done by a sword. So you're a bit suspicious that it was the goblin. Hopefully. Weapon shop. Okay, so it's 2 for the weapon shop and 1 for the prophetess. No worries. What would you like to do then? Would you like to... Okay, weapon shop. Here we go then. 18. I was going to write that down. I'm in the habit. I'm in the habit. 18. Here we go. Oh, where's 18? There it is. Okay. You notice Matilda is in a sombre mood. The death of a thief affects all guild members. You decline any food and head straight out of the front door, determined to find what kind of weapon would make such strange wounds. A light breeze feels refreshing on your face as you make your way through the busy streets. After navigating several streets, you see a thriving market with stalls trailing off into the distance. People scurry in all directions, busy with their day. The noise of the market seems overwhelming. The clatter of the carts over the cobbled streets, the calls from the stallholders enticing potential customers, the squeals and squeaks from passing livestock, the bellowing religious preachers predicting the end of the world and how you should repent to save your soul. All these fill your senses. You must stay focused and press on towards the weapon shop. You spot a sign above a foreboding shop front. It reads, Hack and Slash, and below, behind iron grilling covering a glass window, are several sharp and dangerous-looking weapons. Just as you're about to step towards the door, you hear a noisy commotion to your left and see a junction leading to an alley. An excited crowd are cheering and hollering, spilling across the road. Just as you're about to decide where to go, something strange happens. An event occurs. Okay, we're going to roll 2d12 to see what happens. Here we go. That's an 11. Ooh, it's a high number. And that is a 10. That is a 10. Look at the time, Ken. Oh, yo, thank you, Martha. I got a bit carried away with this. Right, so let's do this, and then we can see what decision you want to make. So, that is 20... That was a 10, 11. That's 21. Let's see what... And I can't... 21. Okay. It says here, a swarm of sapwings swoop from the sky and attack you. There is no time to take flight. You must fight each one separately. So let's have a look at the time. Oh, it is 6:15. Okay, 8:15. So let's leave it there. Did you enjoy? Did you enjoy the quest so far? Did you enjoy the game book? Did you think the writing was good? Did it immerse you into the story? What do you think to the mechanics? I was a little bit worried that the first few entries are quite long, you know, but is that a good thing to really set up the world and immerse you into the story? Martha's put it, this game book is brilliant and I like it. Oh, thank you, Martha. Very kind of you to say so. Glad you like it. I'm hoping that the story is intriguing. You know, that's kind of what you want. This is epic. I enjoy your descriptive. Oh, very engaging. Thank you, Jam. It all seems to work well. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, I'll make a few changes as well. Yes, Leerin's put yes. So far, so good. Random events add replayability. Yeah, again, it's taking from Talisman and other games, you know, where you might, you know, every 5 rounds an event happens, you know, or a sleep encounter. I wanted extra things in the game book that happen that I didn't have to write extra entries, because obviously you then have to cater for all of those extra entries. And the same with the spells. There's 24 different incantation scrolls that you can come across, or you can buy, or you find, or you might win, or however you get them. And again, I thought it's a good way to cast magic without me having to write extra entries of all the outcome. And the scrolls they affect you or your objects. You know, so it might be scroll of lockpicking. You need an allure of 9. It opens any lock. It's a one-off scroll, but it opens any lock. For example, a scroll of great metal, allure 6, +3 to your metal when tested. So again, it's not going to affect the story, but it affects, you know, how you get tested. You know, it affects your attributes. Yeah, so far, yeah. Looking forward to the unique Edra thieves slang. Yeah. That may occur in the future. Already loving the guild's greeting. Ah, cool. And thieves' blessing that have already appeared. Yeah, I had thought, actually. I don't know. I get too ambitious. I had thought of writing the Thieves Guild code book. You know, the code of honour. And just like the manual, if you like, that everyone signs up to, as a separate book. So if I'm going to kickstart it. So it might be that if you want that can be an extra reward as well. So you get the book. Plus, if you want, again, the history of the Thieves Guild, you know, who founded it, how did it happen, and then all the sort of jargon and all that, you know, just extra sort of world building, really. Yes, I want to read that manual. Yeah, exactly. And then have the codes, have the language. Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking of doing that. Yeah, brilliant. Cool. Thank you so much for playtesting it. Now, here's a question. So next week I'm away on holiday, so I won't be able to do a live stream. However, or am I? No, I'm going to be on holiday. Let me just take a week off. I know, I like doing this sort of stuff. But anyway, no, I'm guessing I'm having a complete break. I don't want to tie myself down, so we're going to have a complete break for a week. So that does mean that there's not going to be any Edra Tales on Saturday, Edra Scrolls, or any gaming on the Friday, or any Wednesday live stream either. Yes, yeah. However, do you want to carry on the week after doing this? Because there's a few more entries as well. So do you want to carry on doing that? So type yes if you want to do that. I'm already saving up for this book and nothing will stop me from getting it. Oh, thank you. Just have a break, Ken. Take the time you need. More playtesting, please. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay. That's great. Oh, thank you. You guys are the best. Okay, so let me just find out what entry we were up there. Hang on. We were... Hang on. We were... So I haven't written this down. Oh, yeah. We were... The weapons, isn't it? Yeah, so we were on 18. Let me write this down. So we were on 18. Entry 18. But we were also just about to do event 21. So we'll start off. Didn't you say 18? Oh, you've got a good memory, Sally. Absolutely, 18. Thank you for that. Thank you for confirming that. Yeah, and 21. So we were just about to fight the sap wings that swoop down. And there's 3 of them. One has Vigor 3, one has Vigor 2, one has Vigor 3, one has Fettle 3, one has Fettle 4, and one has Fettle 4. I think, yeah, this is why it's good to play this. I do think we do need to start with higher numbers for the core attributes. So that's good. Cool. Well, thank you so much for playtesting that with me. That's a lot of fun. I'm glad you're liking it. You know, I'm hoping that we can get this funded. I'm not sure how much I need to raise yet, but hopefully it won't be too much, and then we can get the books out to you, and that can be the first Edra Tales game book, the first in a series. I had thought of doing them standalone, though, simply because if I'm selling them on bookstalls, people don't have to have read book 1, 2. You know, if I've only got book 3, I always need to have book 1 and 2 in stock. However, if they're all standalone and I haven't got any stock of this one, it doesn't really matter, because you can buy book 2. You know, you can buy any of the other books. 50 grand. Do you know what, Jam? That would be fantastic. I'm not sure how much Jonathan's raised now. It's a shame Jonathan didn't come in for this one. Where is he? Where is he? Boo, and here's Jonathan. Oh, you're joking. I'm not sure how much Jonathan's one raised. I think he's raised at least 15,000, which is really good. So I doubt I'm going to get anywhere near 15,000 because I'm relatively unknown. Yeah, he got over 15 grand, yeah. Send you the video of the slang. Thank you very much, Martha. I appreciate that. Yeah, got over 15 grand. Now, Jonathan's been doing Kickstarters now for at least 10 years, I think, hasn't he? He's done at least 10 books now of his own series. Yeah, see, Jam, you got 2.2, which is amazing. That's brilliant. That is really good. Well, I might set it that we need something like 600, you know, just to make sure we do it. But I've got to look at all the figures. I've got to work it all out. I don't want to be losing money, put it that way. I don't want it to cost me money. I do need to make, even if it's a small profit, I do need to be, you know, in the black. Obviously, it makes sense. But no, that's fantastic, Jam. That's really good. So thank you so much for watching. As I said, I'm taking a week off next week, and then we'll be back the following week after that. I am actually also going to the UK Games Expo. So if you are going to the UK Games Expo, come check out the Crooked Crown. Come and say hello. I'm going to be on the Cheatwell stand, so look out for that logo. and I'm going to be demoing Kedrick Winks and my game, The Crooked Crown. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully we're going to sell a lot of copies, or at least gain some interest in it, and get word out. And hopefully then after that we will be sending them off to reviewers to get reviews done. So there we go. So thank you so much. You alright? Oh look, my sign fell down. Sign fell down. Anyway, thank you for playing. I really, really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. We will play it in 2 weeks' time. So thank you, Jam. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Lirin. Thank you. Did anyone else join in? I think there might have been some other people watching. I'm not sure who you were because I only know the names if you comment. If you do want to comment, you do need to follow the channel. It helps with the algorithms, helps build a nice fellowship here as well. And also, if you want to know exactly when we go live, because I'm sometimes a couple of minutes late, click the notification bell and you should get a notification. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it's a bit glitchy. Maybe that's what's happened to Jonathan. I'm hoping that's what happened to Jonathan. Yes, so next time, take potions. What's that? Take the potions. Drink the potions, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. Until next time, may the magic of stories flow through you always. Magic be with you. See you later.